Okay, tell me what's the best piece of it? You're talking so much about the leadership you have been under and with. So I want you to share with us the best piece of advice you received from them and how it has changed your game of life altogether.
So I've had some wonderful friends, okay,
Hmm.
who I met in the middle of my career. So about 10, 15 years into my career, I
Hmm.
met them and they were wonderful. They didn't box me with kid gloves. They delivered real boxes to me. Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
they, they really gave
Real
me blows.
leaders.
Yes, they really gave me blows. I think the best piece of advice that I got at, uh, you know, 10 years, 12 years into my career was, uh, when you have a problem or when you have a task to do, okay, and when you are given a task, a responsibility, you have to do that task, okay, and doing that task means getting it done. Okay, I think a lot of youngsters, and we make this mistake, that when we're given a task, a responsibility, the first hurdle we come across, we stop. And when my boss asks me, I will say, but he didn't do it or she didn't do it. Hence, I wasn't able to do it. Okay. I think you have to finish a task. If he didn't do it, then you had to motivate him or her to do it. If
True.
somebody said no, then you had to get them to say yes to do it. I think that's one big piece of advice I got, which turned my whole worldview, apart. The second bit of advice that I got was never ever look at anything from your perspective. Always look at it from the perspective of the person you're doing it for. Okay, and that sounds simple, but it's very difficult to practice. Okay, and it takes years and years of sort of going along that path to understand. So today, when a partner comes to us and says, this is what I want to do, our whole effort is to understand how and what does he want to accomplish, and begin from there and then plan the whole journey. And then it's easier because it's very easy to be the expert and sit back and say, no, this is how it's done and this is how I'll do it. Okay, but then you're limiting the scope of your work to what you think is right. I think the
Right.
moment you start looking at it from the perspective of somebody you're doing it for, okay, you are again, like you said, pushing yourself to deliver and pushing yourself to accomplish. And I think that's it for me.